NSTP is a national service training program that was established by the virtue of the RA 9163 or the National Service Training Act of 2001. This means all incoming freshmen must be required to complete one NSTP component of their choice. There are three components: Reserve Officers Training Corps, Civic Welfare Training Service, and the Literacy Training Service. It's aimed to enhance the civic consciousness and disaster preparedness of every youth. With this course, students will sustain and promote different Filipino values that help in the nation building as well as practice good citizenship values at all times. It truly is a great way to instill views such as being makadiyos, makatao, makabayan, and makakalikasan that are vital Filipino values. The Literacy Training Service is a program in which students teach literacy and numeracy skills to school children, out-of-school youth, and other segments of society in need of this service. Some of the activities are the orientation, modules and e-reads, DRRM training and seminars, and fieldworks, all of which help each student to reach their utmost potential in this course.
The first orientation for the National Service Training Program Literacy Training Service, wherein it was discussed that for now, we will just be handling online paperworks. We attended the orientation and had ourselves group, wherein we were tasked to think of a name to call our group. As we were grouped, my favorite part would have been where I got to meet new people since I was new to all of this. It was the matter of getting out of my comfort zone and trying out new things.
The NSTP modules are a series of chapters or readings pertaining to the National Service Training Program and other relevant national issues. These include lessons about the role of the youth in nation building, community development, disaster response, project management and development, and national concerns. For these modules, we were tasked to read and accomplish online chapter tests. All of us were required to complete a pre-test and post-test about each module. What I liked about having these modules is that the chapters or readings that were given to us talked about the history of NSTP and why it was implemented. This gave room for me to learn more about my duties and responsibilities as a citizen of this country.
E-reads are basically our map that show the guidelines and information that the students need. It presented descriptions, images, and examples on the topics that were discussed in NSTP. E-reads are students' notes that are found in the Blackboard application of the university. E-reads are found in the course site of NSTP on Blackboard, which serves as a school application of the university. Basically, students are ought to download the e-reads that are uploaded and read them for educational purposes. Personally, e-reads are helpful because it is easily accessible by students. It also gives enough information regarding calamities, responsibilities as citizens, risk management, and more, which we all need to be more aware and be accountable for the actions that we do.
The training is all about on how to respond accordingly when a calamity is approaching our area. It teaches us on how to prepare before, during, and on how to recover after the calamity. What we did is that we learned on how to apply first aid and on how to respond on different disasters such as earthquake and fire. My favorite activity in this event is when we practiced on how to properly apply the triangular bandage and on how to apply wooden planks to immobilize an injured area to avoid any further injuries.
The Unique Seminar or UST NSTP Ibang Klase Seminar engages and prepare a student in her community work for the coming school term. It aims to instill Tomasian values, namely competent, compassionate, and committed for nation building. We listen to speakers that are dedicated to advocacy or principle in improving the community. Two speakers share their experience in writing and sharing books to children, and we learn that helping the community does not cost too much and our own skills can help a lot. I believe that this seminar aided us on having a better perspective of being proactive community servants that will contribute to beneficial progress. The seminar showed us that we don't need to be superheroes that wear capes in order to contribute to the society, One skill, effort, and time can already create a positive impact to the community.
The second orientation was a brief discussion about the overview of the upcoming activities and requirements for our second semester in NSTP LTS. Our instructor focused on the two fieldworks that we were tasked to attend. Furthermore, she emphasized that these fieldworks will be the practical applications of the theoretical knowledge that we have gained during the first semester. In that case, she presented us with the guidelines and rules that we should follow during the course of our teaching to the children of our designated place. We focused on intently listening and taking notes of our supervisor's delicate instructions while seated with our group mates. Personally, I found the orientation more of inspiring rather than commanding. Our supervisor was not merely instructing, as she was also igniting her students' passion in teaching children. She reminded me that I am not merely taking up this course to comply to requirements, but more importantly, because it is one of my ways to be of help to the children.
Our fieldwork held in Sitio Mainit, Rizal is about reaching out to the children in remote areas through teaching them with the help of modules and imparting our knowledge to them within a given amount of time. The objectives of the fieldwork is to review and teach literacy and numeracy skills to the students. Our group was assigned to teach basic lessons such as counting numbers, the alphabet, basic English reading, and writing to grade 1 students.
Our group provided snacks for the children for them to actively participate and listen to our lesson. We also gave out modules based on their level of knowledge and understanding in basic math and English.
We would never forget the glimmer in the eyes of our learners that shows how they truly want to learn from us. The most fulfilling part of our experience was when we saw the smile on our students' faces when we gave them snacks and worksheets to review. Being able to succeed in teaching and being able to inspire the children to learn is the best feeling ever.
One would not dare dream the hardship that they endure just to gain few hours of education, as the hike towards the sitio was tiring and not to be taken lightly. It was a lesson worth ingraining in our minds that what we have now should not be taken for granted and to always be grateful, for we are fortunate.
NSTP LTS opens the door of opportunity for students to immerse and test their verbal and intellectual capabilities through teaching. It aims to improve the student's strategic approach on instilling the basic skills a learner should know in order for them to be literate enough to learn new things. It will be a wonderful opportunity to be a part of a child's step towards literacy. There is a big responsibility to create a mindful impact that a child may use and refer to as they apply it in several other fields they wish to pursue in the future. Through the LTS program, we are able to see the world through the lens of a child, a point of view not considered that much by many, but as innocent it may be, a child's viewpoint may be the purest way to see things.
We, as students, was able to go beyond our beliefs and capabilities in terms of understanding the needs of our community and our responsibility as a citizen and as a person. The first semester taught us the necessities of survival and first aid handling for emergencies, but most importantly, the importance of family and support for the dreams of the children. That we must value our privilege of education, for many young dreamers cannot go to school. Entering our second semester, our eyes was opened to the reality that most Filipinos do not receive proper education and forced to travel long roads to reach their dreams. We applied our knowledge to share what we know to educate these young children, the face of our future. It was a meaningful and eye-opening semester that we as young adults carry the responsibility to mold the incoming faces of the future, to help educate each dreamer for the union of our visions.